We already ate.
Hi.
Yeah, but we didn't invite you over for dinner. I just wanted my mom to be a witness.
A witness for what? How about dessert?
Yeah, I know all about your dating app profiles, and we're done.
What do you mean we're done?
So what were you guys talking about?
Therapy.
The what?
We were talking about
Therapy?
yeah, because I was married for 20 years.
You were married for 20 years? The fuck, how old are you?
37. We met at 15.
Damn, that's crazy. You look young as fuck though.
Thank you.
Damn. So wait, when did you get divorced?
8 months ago.
Oh, damn, bro. Sorry to hear that.
So she asked, did
I knew it. You know what? You're going to keep that baby. He's going to keep that baby. I have nothing to do with
This
this.
is
I'm
your
going to
baby.
file
What do you
divorce
mean?
papers. I will take my ring back, please.
You're not going to take care of your baby?
Shut up. It's not even my baby. Give me the ring back.
No.
Give me the ring back.
ring.
Give me the ring back
This is
before
mine.
I
You gave it
crash
to me.
out. I'm going to crash
You
out.
gave it to me.
I'm going to
It's
crash
mine.
out. I'm going to crash out.
You want
Give
it,
it to
you
me.
can take it off my
You have
finger.
3 seconds to give me the ring and get out of here before devious things happen to you. 3,
No, come on.
2.
Babes.
The conversation started off casually, but everything changed when he revealed that he had been married for 20 years. What shocked everyone even more was learning that he was only 37 years old. Not long after, he made his next move clear. He announced that he was filing for divorce and was ready to leave the marriage behind and start a new chapter in his life.
When I decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce, I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present. Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. And so we sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. And I was like, I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold. And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? And I just was like, I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned. Like I knew that I was ready to leave that day, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for us, which I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try, you know? We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. And I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he was like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer this ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we going to do? And he just kept playing. And he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and
No, you poisoned me.
I poisoned you?
No, we did.
Alcohol? Jennifer, it's 5:30 and fucking wasted.
You're wasted. Get away from me.
I'm wasted. Okay.
Does that make you feel tough?
Oh, not as tough as your kids. Salt this from the planet.
Do you want to do the baby name yet? Like where we talk about what names you want to do?
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah, I want to see what you thought about it. So first name I have, Jim.
Okay.
It's okay. Do you like it?
It's okay.
You think Jake would be like a cute little boy's name?
It's just okay.
Okay. How about Cooper? Cooper sounds like a cute little kid's name.
I give it like a 6 out of 10.
6. Mm-hmm. Could you picture a cute little Cooper?
Why, do you like love that?
No, I just wanted to know if you thought that in paper with me.
6 out of 10.
Do you know any papers?
Yeah, and I like you.
Yeah. There's one more for you. How about Tyler?
Really?
How about Tyler?
I give that one like a 7 out
I
of
know
10.
you like the name Tyler.
None of these are great names.
Yeah, but they're names you like enough. Well,
I didn't.
I went through your phone. I think Tyler's dick. Tyler's dick is on your phone.
Okay, the other two is definitely on.
She had already made her decision before the conversation even started. Deep down, she knew she wanted a divorce, so she reached out to both her therapist and their marriage counselor, requesting an emergency session. She didn't want to face such a serious moment alone. Having a professional there seemed like the best way to keep the conversation under control. A few days later, the couple sat together in the counselor's office, surrounded by an atmosphere of tension. Her husband had no idea why the meeting had been arranged so suddenly. When the therapist invited her to speak first, she immediately became emotional. Tears began to fall as she struggled to say the words she had apparently been holding inside for a long time. Finally, she said it. She wanted a divorce. She explained through tears that she was exhausted and no longer wanted to continue the marriage. After 12 years together, she expected the moment to be emotional. Maybe he would ask her to reconsider. Maybe he would fight for the relationship, or at least show some sign that losing the marriage affected him. But his reaction was nothing like what she expected. He didn't argue, he didn't cry, he didn't raise his voice or beg her to stay. He simply sat there in silence. After a moment, the therapist asked whether he wanted to say anything. His response was brief and completely direct. "Fine, let's do it." His calm acceptance caught her completely off guard. She had prepared herself for an emotional confrontation, but instead she was met with silence and acceptance. Sometimes the strongest reaction isn't anger. Sometimes it isn't tears or begging. Sometimes a person simply decides they are no longer willing to fight for something that has already reached its breaking point. The following day, she hoped they could finally sit down and have a serious conversation about what had happened. But when she arrived home, she found him sitting on the couch, casually playing PlayStation, as though it were just another normal evening. After nearly 24 hours without talking, she sat beside him and asked if they could discuss the situation. Without even turning away from the screen, he calmly asked, "What's there to talk about?" She believed this was still their last opportunity to discuss the future of the marriage. She asked what they were supposed to do next, perhaps expecting him to suggest another attempt to save the relationship. Instead, he revealed something she never expected. In less than a day, he had already found another apartment and removed his name from their lease. While she was still trying to process the reality of the divorce, he had already begun planning the next stage of his life. For her, that realization appeared to be the hardest part. She had expected sadness, resistance, maybe even one final attempt to hold the marriage together. Instead, she discovered that he had accepted her decision and immediately started preparing to move forward. But the story took an even stranger turn. Later reports claimed that the marriage may have ended after she allegedly used ChatGPT to analyze coffee grounds from her husband's mug and became convinced that the AI suggested he was cheating. Whether that version tells the entire story or not, it created a wider discussion about using technology to make major decisions about relationships. Meanwhile, another conversation began in what appeared to be a completely ordinary way. They were talking about baby names. He casually asked her what she thought about names like Jake, Cooper, and Tyler. She responded naturally, rating the names and explaining which one she liked and which one she didn't. At first, everything seemed relaxed. It looked like an ordinary conversation between a couple discussing their future. But then the mood suddenly changed. After mentioning the name Tyler, he revealed that the conversation had never really been about baby names. He had gone through her phone. According to him, he had discovered messages and explicit photos involving someone named Tyler. Suddenly, she understood what had been happening. Those questions weren't random. He already knew the name, and the entire conversation had been designed to see how she would react. Once the truth came out, There was no longer any reason to pretend. Rather than listening to excuses or allowing the conversation to turn into a long argument, he made his position clear. As far as he was concerned, the relationship was over, and he was ready to walk away.